Pakistan's stock market snapped a two-day losing streak on Wednesday, with the benchmark KSE-100 index gaining 1,766.97 points, or 1.02%, to close at 175,285.78, up from the previous session's 173,518.81. The rally came despite a volatile trading session and mirrored improving sentiment across global financial markets, where investors welcomed fresh signs that inflationary pressures in the United States are easing. Wall Street was set for a stronger open after data showed the U.S. Producer Price Index unexpectedly fell 0.3% in June, following softer-than-expected consumer inflation figures released a day earlier. The data reinforced expectations that the Federal Reserve may hold interest rates steady in the near term. According to CME's FedWatch tool, traders now see a 16% chance of a quarter-point rate hike at the Fed's next policy meeting, down sharply from nearly 41% before the latest inflation data. Investors also assessed another wave of corporate earnings, with major financial institutions continuing to outperform expectations. BlackRock reported stronger-than-expected quarterly profit as higher equity markets boosted client assets, while Morgan Stanley also beat forecasts, supported by robust mergers and acquisitions activity. Technology shares added to the positive mood after Dutch chip-making equipment giant ASML raised its 2026 financial outlook, citing strong demand linked to artificial intelligence. The update lifted semiconductor stocks in Europe, the United States and Asia. At the same time, PayPal shares surged nearly 19.5% after Reuters reported that payments company Stripe and private equity firm Advent International had jointly offered to acquire the company for $60.50 per share, representing a premium of about 28% over its previous closing price. European markets traded largely flat after Tuesday's rally, while technology-heavy indexes outperformed elsewhere. Japan's Nikkei gained 1.5%. South Korea's Kospi rose more than 6%, and Nasdaq futures pointed to a stronger opening on Wall Street. However, investors continued to monitor geopolitical risks after the United States launched another wave of strikes against Iran and President Donald Trump reimposed a naval blockade on Iranian ports. Iran responded by threatening to restrict additional regional energy export routes, keeping oil prices elevated. Brent crude extended gains, rising around 0.7% to about $85.30 a barrel, adding to concerns that higher energy costs could complicate the global inflation outlook. Markets also digested weaker-than-expected economic data from China, where annual growth slowed to 4.3% in the second quarter, below forecasts as weak domestic demand offset stronger exports and industrial production. Investors are now looking for targeted policy support from Beijing to bolster broader economic growth. Attention later in the day will remain on Federal Reserve Chair Kevin Warsh's testimony before Congress, release of U.S. producer price data and the Fed's Beige Book, all of which could provide further clues on the outlook for interest rates and global financial markets.